I've never want to sue someone for defamation, but like, at what point do you kind of fucking have to? Let me just say that it's not a threat, it's a promise. And that party's going to be getting started probably by the end of this week.
Recently, Noah Samsen posted a video in which he baselessly accuses people such as Ethan and Mutahar of supporting genocide. The video was criticized for its lies, bizarre takes, and manipulative editing. Yet Noah has returned once again with an even worse video, doubling down and begging to be sued.
Here he explains why he thinks I support genocide. Let's take a look.
The liberal framework of thought is only able to conceptualize actors in conflict as being good and bad. Israel's far-right government is bad, Ethan says, but so are terrorists. Genocide is bad. I don't agree with genocide, of course, but hijacking ships is bad too. It's against the law, which is bad. Everybody should just stop doing bad stuff. Okay, well, Israel's not stopping. They're not stopping the genocide.
Yeah, bro, and again, your simplistic, moronic take on all this is the problem. The Houthis aren't doing shit. They're taking over vessels that are completely unrelated to Israel. Like, give me a fucking break, dude.
Israel's far-right government is bad, Ethan says, but so are terrorists. Genocide.
Imagine, what a crazy opinion.
You're nuts, dude.
Yo, get a load of this genocide
You are actually
supporter.
fucking unhinged.
Genocide is bad. I don't agree with genocide, of course, but hijacking ships is bad too. It's against.
Yeah, when you're yes, it is. I'll say it.
Well, and he goes on to say because it's against the law. No, not necessarily because, like, inherently because it's against the law. Because
it's dumb.
They kidnapped and took hostages a bunch of innocent people, man.
Yeah, and like
that's the part
cargo
that's
that
bad.
had nothing to do with Israel. It was like headed for Italy from like India or some shit like that.
It was like a Filipino crew or something.
Yeah, it was like they kidnapped like 12 Filipino dudes.
If you actually want that genocide to stop, you need to do something material to try to stop it.
What are you doing material?
Like, off random ships?
Like bitching about on a YouTube video? What is he? Is he doing that right now? I think he thinks he's doing that.
I don't know, man.
And so far in the world, the only people doing that outside of Gaza
is me. Making videos, shitting on people, and putting sponsored ads on them.
Militarily are Hezbollah and Ansar Allah. If you spend all your time...
Hezbollah and the Houthis are the only ones stepping up to the plate.
Attacking these groups while sitting on the sidelines, idealistically opining.
But what's ironic is me and you are doing the same amount for the people in Gaza. Like, measurably, on the whole, me and you, my friend, put us side by side, our contributions would be equal. Being zero, basically, right?
On what forms of resistance are acceptable to you, then you're supporting the genocide. Full stop. There's something to be said.
That's just such a fucking leap, dude.
That is insanely fucking. Like, again, he's
that
calling
is such
me
a fucking leap. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
And Muda publicly genocide supporters because we think terrorism is bad. Because we disagree with Houthis and Hezbollah. That's his fucking reasoning.
So he is threatening to sue me for death.
I'll tell you, and I'm going to spoil it. It's not a threat. You'll be hearing from us very soon, my friend. Start crowdfunding. Start looking for an attorney. You know what I mean?
Defamation on the grounds that accusing someone of supporting genocide is messed up. I can think of something even...
And, well, okay, messed up, primarily, though, untrue. You know, that's the information. Okay.
Even more messed up than accusing someone of supporting genocide, which is, you know, actually supporting genocide. I can't.
So he's doubling down on it, and let's hear his.
Imagine that it's pleasant to be confronted with the idea that you might be supporting a genocide. So the instinct here to deflect and deny without even offering any sort of actual defense against the points is an entirely predictable response. This is how.
Again, he's like, "Where's your response, bro?" It's like you just put these videos out, man. It takes a minute to draft a complaint, dude.
How the liberal media class will operate in the coming decades when it's time to answer for their crimes of manufacturing consent for a genocide. They will simply say, no, I didn't. If they say anything at all, most of them won't. It's happened throughout history. It happened with the Vietnam War. It happened with the invasion of Iraq. And it'll happen again with Gaza. What makes
Is he talking about me still? He's talking about the media's responsibility? He's talking about some dumb...
Well, have you ever owned up to what you did in Vietnam?
I don't recall being in Vietnam. It could be another lifetime thing. Could be a past memory. I haven't tapped into it.
Okay, well, until you reconcile with that.
Just to be overly cautious. I'm so sorry about what happened in Vietnam.
I went looking for Colonel Klein, man.
That's right. Lieutenant Klein.
The mass destruction, the ruthless attacks on the healthcare system, the deliberate targeting of men, women, children, medics, aid workers.
Again, all bad.
Why'd you do this?
Did I do this? So his point right now is Ethan supports genocide because what's happening in Gaza is bad.
The 20,000 slain children.
Again, bro, like, why are you
This is just misery porn at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what it is, man. And this is all in reference to why I support genocide.
The full support of Israel throughout all of these atrocities.
Again, what does this have to do with me?
The vile, dehumanizing racism that is required to uphold a project like this.
I just think we need to kill them, every one of them, and that's it. And if not that,
Then he shows a bunch
the-
of Israelis or Jewish people saying horrific stuff. And I hate to break it to you, buddy, but I could make the same fucking compilation of Palestinians saying horrific stuff about Israelis. Also,
Please,
not
the
me.
least we
I
can-
don't say what these people say. I've never said anything like what these people say. So what exactly is your justification?
That I hate them and I wish they all died. We didn't stop.
Like, and
we
by
killed everyone.
these kids are fucking dumbasses. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bunch of dumb fucks on Omegle saying dumb, horrific shit. You know, it's like this doesn't impugn the entire country.
We've seen all of this, which is why the whole "no, I didn't" defense doesn't.
He goes, "Didn't you see these fucking children on Omegle saying horrible things?" Like, we've seen it all, buddy. We've got the proof.
hold up because, you know, yes, you did. We have you on video during this genocide that everyone saw, spreading propaganda that's been used to justify that genocide.
It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to
Is
be
he a rape
perfect.
denialist?
My
too?
friends defeated.
He didn't even, he just showed it. He didn't even refute my point. I'm doing propaganda by saying that we should believe that these women were raped and not treat them like they're liars.
Right.
That's supporting a genocide, he says. Oh, he just does this
There's
tiny,
text.
oh yeah, this text here.
Right.
He couldn't be fucked to say something about it. What is this from? Who said this? Like what? Like, can I see above and below this tiny little fucking excerpt? If you're gonna call me that I'm doing propaganda, you could try a little harder than that.
The part that he showed an excerpt, my understanding of it, which maybe I shouldn't even be fucking weighing in because who the fuck am I? But there is no forensic evidence or whatever, that like little
Yeah,
clip
because
that
they're
he showed.
dead. It's all
Right.
it's all eyewitness.
That was my understanding.
That's
is
what-
that
but
the
then how-
majority of
he's
the
going,
people
oh.
that sexual violence happened to.
Since
died.
when do we just believe people with forensic evidence of rape?
It also just, I mean,
Since
it
when
just,
is that the fucking standard?
It just seems.
It's been reported
it
by
happens-
dozens of fucking people on separate different occasions, man. His standard is that unless you can do a rape kit that shows then it didn't happen for sure. And if you say it did, you're a lying propagandist, genocide supporter.
We have you on video attacking and delegitimizing the most prominent media figures in the YouTube space who have been advocating against the genocide and breaking down.
This is the iconic, well, if someone's pro-genocide, they can't be criticized, basically, period.
If somebody's pro-Palestine, is what you were trying to say.
What
You
I
said
said.
pro-genocide.
Right.
Right.
Thank
The
you.
statement makes sense.
Yeah,
the other way.
pro-Palestine. He's doing that, man.
Most prominent media
This is the best argument ever. I'm almost
figures
done, Dan.
in the YouTube space who have been advocating against the genocide and breaking down the propaganda used to justify it.
Hassan loves all terrorists.
We have you on
Oh,
video.
dude, that part's crazy. He fucking edited it to make it say I'm... Oh, dude, okay, I got to show this part. What actually are we doing? Here's the clip.
Tell you, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hassan loves all terrorists.
Okay, that's what I said. Here's what...
Run
He
the
edited me
propaganda
saying-
used to justify it.
Hassan loves all terrorists.
We have
What the fuck? That is nuts. I mean, what do you need to say more than that? I mean, you know...
Just the other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed.
Oh, this shit is so dumb, bro. We've addressed it. We apologize, which is more than you'll ever do for getting something factually wrong. We don't believe it. It's like showing this is just bad faith. It's fucking dumb. We don't believe this shit at all. And, you know, like, ultimately, the point we were making was anti-war.
Pissed about, and he fired him because they had a disagreement, and that's like so Trump coded.
He was like a moderating voice in the war room.
Yeah.
אנחנו מטילים
This is when the war started, and at the time, he was advocating for the war to end, and Bibi removed him from his cabinet. I mean, it's just fucking not rocket science, man.
אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם.
Remember when I said that?
No.
Anyway, you guys get the idea. I mean, when you see him editing a fucking clip of me to make it say that complete opposite of what I was saying is bananas, and pretty much all you need to know. So this guy is going to get he's going to be receiving a demand for retraction by the end of the week, which I'm sure he's going to publicize and try to act really cool about and flaunt and not comply with, at which point you know what follows from that. And I wish you all the best, my friend. I would definitely urge you to start looking for lawyers and crowdfunding, because, you know,
people living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, you know, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history in a single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among the Western media. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
See, you can lay it out very easily, one sentence at a time. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct physical access to a bunch of people, including the propagandists, after just labeling
me in the thumbnail, by the way, being labeled specifically.
Bunch of people, creators, propagandists. What does protesting achieve? Well, some things, but you know, overall, basically nothing. If we want this to stop, we need to escalate. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. If you had a clear vision for what needs to be done to stop the genocide, you would say it because you want to direct your audience into something fruitful. Unless the thing you want your audience to do is against TOS, criminal, violent, etc. He's calling for people to do something that he is too cowardly to say himself. He's calling for people to do dirty work for him. That's what this is. It is unambiguously a call for violence, okay? I'm sorry. And he doesn't want to spoil his cute little life.
You gotta move the box. I'm covering...
That's just some
I'm figuring out how to do that.
Doesn't want to fuck his income and ruin the little cushy career that he's got a hold of. He doesn't want to do that. He wants other people to fuck up their lives and get thrown in jail or whatever else for him. He wants other people to be Luigi or fucking what's his face, Aaron Bushnell or whoever else. And it's interesting that he said propagandists, because that might actually encompass the people that he's just spent the entire video calling genocide defenders.
Yeah.
If you can understand how January 6th was an incitement to violence, Trump, despite him saying peacefully, patriotically, if you can understand how that whole speech in all its context is a call to violence, then you understand how this is as well.
I mean, I agree with everything he said. It's not subtle at all. And this guy, again, he sits here in his grandma's fucking extra bedroom. Okay. And he has the fucking audacity to be like, hey, it's time to escalate, guys. We know exactly where the people live. We know exactly where the weapons manufacturers are, the government work. We know exactly where they are. And guess what? Second Amendment. What are you waiting for? Go do it. Go be a revolutionary, Noah. Stop sitting there like a fucking bitch waiting for someone else to start it. Go. Do it, man. He later, after getting called out for that, he cut it out. He cut it out. Like, he won't stand on his business. What are you afraid of, dude? You're going to get TOS? Stand on your shit, bro. You want someone to kill me? Okay, stand on it, bro. You want someone to come fucking kill me? Stand on your shit. Why erase it now, fuck? I've never want to sue someone for defamation, but like, at what point, it's like at what point do you kind of fucking have to? He's causing material, personal damages to us. He's lying blatantly about us in videos where it completely unsupported claims. And, well, let me just say that it's not a threat, it's a promise. And that party's going to be getting started probably by the end of this week. There are certain things you can accuse people of that rise above to make it like actionable, which is like wrongfully accusing someone of being a pedophile, a sex criminal, a murderer, shit like that, or a genocide supporter, which is like one of the worst things you can be, right?
Sure.
So not only does it rise above like kind of regular discourse, you still can't lie. You can't like I mean, look at the title itself: YouTubers that back the genocide. That's just a statement of fact. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why you'll hear us hedging when we talk about stuff like, in my opinion. He doesn't do any of that.